up guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am coming to you all today with yet another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I have a little bit of a different setup than I usually do here. But before we get any further into this, I guess it's a DIY video, huh? Before we get into this DIY video, if you guys are new here, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. I do all things planner and craft related here, so if you guys are into that kind of thing, you will definitely enjoy this channel. Now, without further ado, let me show you what I have laying in front of you. So if you guys are familiar, this is actually the TN clutch that came in this month's Simply Gilded subscription box. It was called Fancy Feet or Fete, however it's pronounced. I know it's a French word and I'm probably butchering it. I obviously received the box, but I did not do a flip through of it. Honestly, I was just kind of in one of my moods and just didn't feel like it. So instead of putting out crappy content, I just decided not to do it. But I was chatting with Meg, who is my friend, and I co-host a podcast with called Planners and Wines. Link will be down below if you are unfamiliar with the podcast. I was chatting with her and she was getting ready to buy her A5 setup and she was talking about rings. And I was like, you know what if it was a way for me to use all these super good TNs that I get from various different subscription boxes and put rings into them? So I did a little research and found a way to do it, and this is what you guys see here. I came to the realization that I am just not a TN person. The idea of having like 7 different books, or I don't know, for however many different books goes into TNs and having it separated like that, it just wasn't really appealing to me. But I love how cute and chic all of the TNs that I have gotten in previous sub boxes, such as Simply Gilded as here, Villa Beautiful had some pretty options, the Honeybee shop. These are all some of my all-time favorite shops, and I couldn't use the cute stuff. So I am going to show you all what I did to make this TN into a rings, and you probably can already tell that I just kind of did some MacGyver kind of stuff. Now I'm going to take this stuff out, and also this is not like an original idea. There are so many videos on YouTube about this, but I know that my mind was blown when I did the research and found a way to do it, because honestly I was thinking that I would have to like cut some holes and like screw it down or something, but when I found this way, I was like, whoa, like completely mind blown. So this, I just kind of cut up the various B6s that I had from, all of these are from Simply Gilded. Again, I was kind of just keeping the B6 notebook because I'm just not a traveler's notebook kind of girl, so I was just kind of hoarding them, but now I have a way to store them. So first off, let me show you how this goes. So I'm going to take this off, and you guys, if you haven't seen this technique before, it's really just going to blow your mind how super easy this is. Okay, so I'm sure you can kind of see the process just by me undoing it. So you're going to put your rings, and you're going to get a size that is for your TN. So this is a B6 TN. I bought these in personal size. This was the closest match. Make sure that you are measuring or at least obviously know what the measurements are of the rings that you buy before purchasing them. These I got from Amazon. I have 2 rose gold. A set came in 2 rose gold, and I also picked up in silver. But this rose gold is absolutely gorgeous, and it was very inexpensive, and they come to a pack. So I actually have another set of rose gold one. So here we go. It's fairly simple. What you want to do is take at least 2 of your strings. It's not going to work with just one because it will just leave too much slack. So at least take 2. I know some TNs have 6 strings. So what you'll want to do is just split it 3 and 3. So this one has 4. So I'm just going to take 2, and you're just going to crisscross it. So which is going to be left from me facing. I think it'll be right for you guys looking. So this one here, you're going to crisscross it on over. and make sure they're both there. And then you just take the other two strings. I don't know if I said rings or strings, but y'all know what I mean if I did say rings. But your other two strings, and cross it over. And I kind of just like tuck it a little bit under there, just so it has a little bit more security. And there you go. So it moves around a bit, but not too much. It's not gonna like fall out or anything, but it does move around a little bit, but it is pretty secure. And there you go. You have your rings and your TN. Like I told y'all, it was just that simple. And like I said, my mind was blown when I seen the videos about it. So I'm like, I have to share. I have to share this. But again, it's not like an original idea. You can see so many videos about it, but just in case you were unaware as I was. So let me show you all what I did with my Simply Gilded little inserts. This is the B6 notebook that I received from the first class box. I think this is actually maybe my second Simply Gilded box. I don't know, but I do remember I did a flip through or unboxing of this, so I'll leave it up in the card. So what I did for this one, so for all of the B6s, what I pretty much did was take the stitching out with a seam ripper. And if you're unfamiliar, or maybe you're not a sewer, this is a seam ripper. I'll leave a link to one if I find it on Amazon. It will be an affiliate link, so just FYI of that. But this is what a seam ripper looks like. It makes it so much easier to rip the seam, as the name is. If you are a sewer, then you know. But they're pretty inexpensive, so I think this is super handy for paper crafts as well. But I just did a seam ripper, so unstitch all the middle pages, I cut them, separated them, and I hole punched them. I don't have a hole punch B6 template, so pretty much honestly what I did after I cut this down, I just kind of put the pages up against the holes and just marked them. And I simply just use the old school hole punch that you like have from grade school or whatever. I'm thinking about investing into like a 6 hole punch, but I haven't found one just yet that didn't really have terrible reviews like on Amazon. So if you know of one, leave it down for me down below. I definitely would pick it up. But that's all I did. I kind of took like, I don't know, it didn't take me too long, less than an hour for sure. Just kind of, actually I was watching the debate, the vice president debates, as I took these apart and hole punched them all. But once you come up with at least one, I would say start out with just one sheet of paper, mark it, punch your holes, test it out, make sure that it is exactly aligned how you like it, and just use this as a template going forward. That's pretty much what I did. So this is all the paper that was in that little B6 notebook, and I didn't separate the back. So this is actually the back of the notebook, and here's the front cover. I didn't separate that. I just double-sided taped it together so it doesn't like open up. But if you want to separate it and maybe have one as a dashboard, you can do that. But you're going to want to make sure that it is facing the proper way if you want it. So, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. As you can see with this one, I was more of a fan. This is actually the back of the notebook. As you can see, has the Simply Gilded logo. The backs have the logo on it. I actually really love this one for a front cover versus what was actually the front cover. So what you're going to want to make sure you do is actually punch the holes on the proper side that you want the front to be. That is what I did. I think I am going to have this like a completely like rose gold decked out, of course with Tom Nook there, but I picked some dolls from Gold Mine and Cocoa that kind of just fit like the rose gold vibes. I have this rose gold set of Eiffel Tower scissors that I just put in there. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it in there, but I just, for the sake of the video, have it in there because it does slide, because this is a cover that actually moves. If this was in the back or something, I'll keep it in there. And then of course I have my rose gold decked out Villa Beautiful pen from the anniversary kit. And I'll leave that video in the cards as well if you're curious of what came in the anniversary kit. So let's move that to the side. Speaking of anniversary kit, and let me show you something else. I actually, because I think this video is probably going to end up being too long, I actually will probably set both of these up and share with you like a flip through in a separate video. So just be on the lookout of that, because I'm looking at the time and it's like, if I flip through both of these, this is gonna be a really long video. So that's the decision. So like I said, speaking of the Villa Beautiful kit, this was the B6 clutch that we received from the anniversary kit. And again, like I said, I am not a TN person, so that was not gonna work out for me. So what I did was just add rings to this. Now, as you can see, this clearly isn't a B6 size, as you can see, but this clutch is actually big enough to fit an A5. Now, the strings, as you can see, they don't go all the way down. Let me see if I can get that a little closer. Actually, let's zoom in so you guys can see. The strings in this one, which I'm not going to take apart, it's the same process that I did with the smaller one, but the strings stop about right here versus where the pressure points for the rings to open up, because this is technically a B6 TN. But since the clutch is so massive and have so much room, it was big enough for me to put an A5 rings in here. So I am super excited. I pretty much just moved over what I had in my A5, my Nautique A5 over to here. These rings are actually just from a random Michaels A5, actually the very first one I got. So I wasn't upset with ripping the rings out of that. So that is also a suggestion if you cannot find like rings or anything like on Amazon or different shops. Definitely use like a cheaper one, like take it apart from like a Michaels A5 or an older one that you don't foresee yourself using anymore. So I took that. It is gold. I love how it looks, and I just moved over everything for my A5. So this is my cloth and paper inserts and various covers and things of that nature. So that is that, just to show you, you know, you have options. If you do have that, this clutch, you don't have to just use it with the Happy Planner, which is cool. I do understand why shops usually go for the B6, because it's kind of like that middle ground. And if you're not a strings person, you can put your planner, your spiral bound or disc bound, like mini size planner in there, because there is like a little pocket here. Typically there's a pocket in the back, but I'm not a mini happy planner girl either. I don't like the size. It's a little awkward for me. But this is a solution if you like the ring system, but not really for the strings, and you want to use some of those TNs that you got from your various subscription boxes. You can do that. Now with this one, if you have the Villa Beautiful clutch, I did have to take my side tabs off because it just pushed it up a little bit too much in order for this to close. And this is actually, it's not a tight fit, but it is snug. It's not tight where you have to like pull in order for it to snap, but it is definitely snug. You won't be able to use side tabs, but I do have top tabs on this one. So I'm gonna close it just so you guys can see it. It does peek out a little bit, but I don't really mind that. Even if I were to take this with me, it's not peeking out too much where I think it'll get like snagged or anything. So those are my top tabs there. It's like a little ruler. I'm trying to put my hand behind it so you guys can actually see it. And these tabs are from cloth and paper as well. So I definitely can get like maybe a little bit more here, but this is my full A5 binding that I had in my Nautique. So it's not really necessary. I only keep 3 months in at a time as well, because I have other sections just for like inspo and stuff. And I just moved over all my little clips and things, and I have a few in the back as well. So those are some options for you guys if you are like me and you just can't get down with the TN system. You know, it's super cute. I'm actually going to be buying a TN from the Honeybee shop, which actually should be dropping the day this video is dropped. Fingers crossed that I get it edited and uploaded to you on Friday. But she is having 4 TNs come out, and I cannot wait for them. I think the last TN that we got, it was super cute. So we got it in a sub box. I think she was kind of testing the water. So she is dropping 4 new ones, and they're supposed to be around $30. So if you do shop Honeybee Shop, there is a link in my bio. Save some coins as well. But that is going to be it for this video. Like I said, I think this is going to be too long for me to show you a flip through of my Simply Gilded rings. It's rings now, it's not TM. My Simply Gilded rings. I'll do that in a separate video. I'm trying to keep that into the pink and rose gold kind of vibe, so I'll do that in another video since this one's already long. But let me know what you think. Have you tried this? What are your thoughts of this? Are you going to try it now, or were you completely mind blown as I was when you saw this? So let me know down below, and as always, if you want it, plan it and do it. Bye guys.